Hello, my 103ers. In this video, we will be having an overview of our syllabus and Canvas page. So hang on, as the ride is now in motion. Before proceeding to go into those logistical details, though, I want to open up with none other than a knock-knock joke. Who's there? Control freak. Okay, now you say control freak who? I don't know if you guys know any control freaks. People with those types of personalities. Type A personality. I thought it was a funny knock-knock joke. By the way, when's the last time you guys heard a knock-knock joke? I know for me, it's been a cool minute. Okay, so first I want us to go into our Canvas page, because that is where we're going to find our syllabus. So let's do that. I always like putting funny GIFs for our pages. All right. So before going over our Canvas page, I want to go over our syllabus. So please be so kind as to scroll down here to where it says syllabus and download this document. So we're going to download it. After doing that, we are going to drag it out. Come on, Word, please open up. All right. The first page is just logistical details. Welcome to 103, my friends. There's my favorite animal, the panda. What's your guys' favorite animal? Please type it in the chat and let me know. So here we have my name, we have my email, and absolutely, please feel free to always reach out through email. And if you want to set up a Zoom conference at any time, I'm always available. Please just reach out to me and we'll set up an appointment for that. So the first page is just logistical details regarding how our school conceptualizes our class. It's just their definition of our class. But the second page really is what I like to call the meat and potatoes of it all. Because it is my intro that I have written for us. So check it out. Welcome to English 103. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of writers and readers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing, and more broadly speaking, composition impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. So, your pocketbook is going to be happy. Technically, our recommended text is the Norton Intro to Literature. I believe I have a copy here. It's in my drawer. Denme un momento, por favor. All right. Here's the Mays Intro to Literature. There is a new edition. This is the one that happen to have in my drawer. But you'll be like, Mr. Godoy, why are you not placing so much importance on showing us the newest edition of the Mays Intro to Literature? Well, that's because, my friends, I have good news for all of your pocketbooks. So rejoice, thine pocketbooks. And that is that all the readings I will be providing through Canvas. So you don't have to buy the book. Happy? Rejoice, pocketbooks. Let's save money. So honestly, you don't have to get the book. Now, we do have an extra credit opportunity, and that's going to be an essay that you're going to have a chance to write for extra credit. And that is based on this book, the power of habit, why we do what we do and how to change. And that's directly linked to our thematic, thematic central. Man, I had a little brain fog. No, of our class's larger theme. That's what I meant, which is the human experience. And I actually want to show you what the power of habit looks like. One moment. It's in my drawer. I try to do the little elevator thing. Did you guys ever do that when you were kids? Like, you're kind of like pretending that you're just going down the elevator. Okay, I found the book. So if you want to do the extra credit opportunity, this is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. So get a hold of this book if you want to do the extra credit. All right. Everything else will be downloadable through Canvas. The materials that you need will be highlighters, because to be an active reader, you have to actively annotate and mark up your texts. And online access, obviously, since we're doing all this online. We're doing it through Canvas specifically, so make sure that everything on Canvas is on point for you. If you ever have trouble, I'm actually going to be including the phone number for tech support for Canvas, okay? In the section for text here, and even in the welcome letter. Okay, our online space. So when we are online, it's so easy to forget that we're actually interacting with real life people. They're not just disembodied avatars or disembodied usernames. We are all people. And to remember netiquette, which is net etiquette, there's one central slogan that you have to remember, and that is, remember the human. Tattoo that on your forehead. Not literally, but remember the human. That's going to be our golden slogan for netiquette. And that slogan, remember the human, will apply just as much as from the dynamic of student to student, so you and your classmates. Listen, we're all individuals, we're different people, we have different perspectives, and it is okay to disagree with a classmate's point of view. But remember, do not attack the person directly. Instead, make it clear that it's the idea that you're taking contention with. It's, as an instructor, it's my prerogative to not allow racial slurs or hate speech. So please know that I will not allow that. Okay, student to teacher, same thing goes. And that's not only when you refer to me, but to your other teachers too. Remember the human, run a spell check, and please call me Mr. Godoy or Professor Godoy. Don't be like, yo, David, or no, nothing like that. So please, Mr. Godoy or Professor Godoy. Readings, okay. This is an English writing composition class. So it should go without saying that you'll have reading homework. So do the reading when you have it. And to keep you on your toes, I will pepper in reading quizzes throughout our course. That will be based on comprehension. So do the reading, you'll be fine. And like I said, mark your text up. It's important to be an active reader. How will the weekly work function in this class? What will it be like? Well, we have 8 weeks, okay? For each of those weeks, you're going to be responsible for completing all the work in one module, which is to say that each week will have its own respective module. So since this is our first week, you will be responsible for module 1. And you will always know what module you have to do for that week because it will be the latest module published. Generally, I will always be publishing modules on Sundays for the most part. And also, for the most part, things will be due Sundays by 11:59 p.m. because that is officially when the day ends, right? All right. And in those modules, we're going to have everything from quizzes to discussion boards to your replies to your classmates to peer review workshops to write-ups to lessons to all sorts of goodies will be in the modules, okay? Now, what if you had a really difficult week and you couldn't do any of the module at all? Unfortunately, you cannot make up an entire module. However, you are granted one late essay pass and one late homework pass. For the late essay pass, that does not apply to the last one, right? Just for the first essay, in case anything happens. The reason it doesn't apply for the last essay is because that's actually due on our very, very, very last meeting. And the class is over by then, and I would dub thee king or queen of procrastinators. So, the late essay pass, that actually, let me go to that section so you can be following along. Here we go. Okay, so for the late essay pass, because in this class I believe we'll be having two, so you can use it for the first essay, but not the last one. And let's say that something happens. Maybe it's a tough week at work or a tough week at home or something. You can turn in your final draft of that first essay up to 2 days late, and you will be letting me know. You just send me an email, say, hey, Mr. Godoy, it's been a really busy week at work, and I'm going to use my late essay pass for this first paper. So you let me know, and then you just email me as an attachment by 2 days after. So let's say it's due today, Sunday, by 11:59 p.m., then you would have until Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. to email me as an attachment without any point deduction. Pretty cool, huh? And I know, and I'm instituting this because life happens and life throws curveballs and fastballs at us, and they're quite unexpected at times. So late homework submissions. Let's talk about what constitutes a homework assignment. What can we use this pass, late homework submissions, for? Well, we can use it for current event write-ups. We can use it for a worksheet that we might have. We can use it for an outline that might be due. Okay, here's the things that you cannot use your late homework pass on. Number one, discussion boards. Discussion boards or replies. Nope. Why? Why can you not? Well, discussion boards have been programmed to happen in real time, which is to say that they have a finite parameter, okay? They start at a certain time and they're programmed to end at a certain time, which is to say, because this happens in real time, once that discussion board ends, then so too does the conversation. So you would not be able to contribute to the conversation past its end because the conversation would be over, right? So that's what the first thing you cannot use a late homework pass for is discussion boards. Second thing you cannot use late homework pass for is we're going to have peer review workshops, okay? And you are going to be responsible for submitting a rough draft in by a set deadline. Now, the way we're going to do these peer review workshops is that you have to get your rough draft in by the set deadline for the Canvas system to automatically assign 3 drafts from 3 random classmates who turned in a draft for you to offer feedback for, and that's how you'd be getting credit for it. So you have to get your rough draft in on time, and which is why you cannot use your late homework pass on a rough draft. Okay, so that's another thing you can't use it on. That's about it. Nothing else comes to mind. So yeah, so those are the main things that you can't use the late homework pass on. You can't use them for discussion boards, and you can't use them for the rough drafts, which is going to be due at a set date because we're going to have our peer review workshops. But let's say, let's say it's like a worksheet that you want to turn in. Then you can just shoot me an email. So you're like, hey, Mr. Godoy, I was really busy at home or something and couldn't get this done, so I will be using my late homework pass. So you let me know, and then you just email me as an attachment up to 1 day after its due date. So let's say there was a homework assignment. Let's say there was a current event write-up due today. Then you would just let me know that you're going to be using your late homework pass, and you would just email me it by tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. as an attachment without any point deduction. Pretty cool, huh? My recommendation for you is to not just use it up just because you can, but really wait for a time when it's especially busy and you need to use it. Because you'll facepalm yourself if you end up using it just because you can, when the real situation arises that you're going to have to use it. You're like, oh man, I already used it up. Okay, so that's that. That's how we're going to be handling late work. We were at the part when we were saying that you cannot make up an entire module. Okay, for our discussion boards, unless stated otherwise, you'll be responsible for two things. Number one, for addressing the task or prompt for that given discussion board, for that given week's discussion board. Okay? Number one. Number two, because it's called discussion board, it's implying a bilateral dynamic of an actual conversation. It would be disingenuous to call it a discussion board if it's only you responding to the prompt or task. It would be like speaking into a vacuum. No, we want the conversation. So you'll be responsible, in addition to responding to the task at hand in the discussion board's prompt, you'll be responsible to selecting at least one classmate's post and replying to their post. What is it? And this is going to be in at least 2 substantial, hearty, meaty sentences. And for the discussion boards, unless posted otherwise, you're going to be in a solid paragraph, at least 4 solid, meaty sentences. Now, back to the replies to your classmates. You're not just going to say, hey, Ernie. Yeah, that's cool. No, you're not just going to be like, cool story, bro. The point is to impel the conversation forward. You might say something like, hey, Maria, I was also interested in that part in the story that we read. Have you considered this, that, and the third? It really reminded me of that. I don't know if that came to mind when you looked at it. Just somehow impel the conversation forward. Or perhaps, hey, this is a neat idea. Have you considered this, that, and the third? Like, you want to impel the conversation forward. Just like they do in improv comedy. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but an actor tosses an idea and then the other actor picks it up and runs with it and impels the conversation forward. Heck, you even do it with your friends, right? Like someone is talking about something and then you take an element of what they're talking about and you spring it and you impel it forward, right? So it's like that. All right, so that is that. Okay, next one, current event write-ups. If I'm not mistaken, we'll be having 2 this term. So what are they going to be? Well, since we have our first current event due by next Sunday, actually, then I am going to go over it. Okay, so something that I'm going to continually drive home in this class is that writing is not static. Writing is not just a rote set of templates. No, writing is dynamic. Writing performs social action. Writing does things. And consider the different genres that really help to mark the types of tasks that writing does. Like, if we open up a newspaper, let's say Los Angeles Times, let's look at the front page. Maybe it's talking about how, I don't know, maybe, let's say there's some earthquake somewhere in the world. So that's an expository piece. It's exposing us to information. And writing does social action. It does something. And in this case, it's exposing us to this information. It's informing us, right? Now, let's say, for example, you open up the section of the editorials, and it's saying why you should ditch that fossil fuel car and instead buy an electric unicycle, which, by the way, I've been getting into a lot and I've been loving it. And let's say the writer's objective or task, what they're trying to do here, is to convince you. They're trying to be persuasive, and they're doing so with a series of rhetorical devices. And actually, I think this would be a good moment. And I don't want to jump ahead too much. First, let me tell you the task, and then we'll look at the rhetorical devices. So you're going to select a written article, okay, of something that you care about. Something that you care about. Whether that's something that pertains to sports, if you're into sports, technology, engineering, makeup, music, movies, art, whatever you're interested in, auto engineering. Find an article, okay, of something that you care about. And in this write-up, you're going to say, hey, what's happening in the current event article? Why does it matter? Who's affected? And here's what I wanted to get at. How does the story do its rhetorical work? Let me actually take us to the current event 1 assignment link, so that I can show you the rhetorical devices and what it is that we mean by how does the article do its rhetorical work. Okay, so here is what we're looking at here. Remember, we were saying that every piece of writing is seeking to do something. Writing performs social action. Let's pretend your friend is getting married and they send you a wedding invitation in the mail. Then that wedding invitation is doing something. It's informing you of your friend's wedding, giving you the particularities, right? It's doing something. Writing always does something. So with your article that you selected, I don't know, let's pretend it's on, maybe you're into the Dodgers and you love sports, and it's an article about why Mookie Betts is such an amazing addition to the Dodgers and is indispensable, right? So maybe that's the objective of the writer is trying to fulfill, right? Now, the way that writers move about to fulfill their objective, to do something, is with what is called as rhetorical devices. And surprise, surprise, I happen to have the document conveniently for us here. So go ahead and download that. Okay, so with our rhetorical devices, one is logos. Logos is, I love that it has these 3 letters, L-O-G, because it helps me to remember that it's an appeal to logic. So if we return to our example here about why Mookie Betts is an indispensable addition to the Dodgers, then maybe the writer is using statistics, numbers, batting averages, right? It's an appeal to logic. Using, a lot of times we see numbers, we see graphs, we see charts, yeah? Appeal to logic. The other way that a writer can move to fulfill their objective, to try to do something, is with what is known as ethos. This is our second rhetorical device. And this is, I love that it starts with ETH. This is an appeal to ethics. First of all, what is ethics? Ethics explores right and wrong. So just for example, when we consider, okay, just what is too far for science? Like, is cloning ethical? Like cloning a sheep? Stem cell research, is that ethical? Like, when you think about just how right is this? Just how correct is this? Just how moral is this? Just how good is this? Yeah? Exploring right and wrong. It's an appeal to ethics. That's what ethos is. In addition to that, ethos also establishes the speaker or author as a credible or valuable source, which, by the way, part of our current event assignment write-up is that You select a credible source. So nothing from National Enquirer about some top celebrity giving birth to werewolf twins or something outlandish like that. No, a credible source. And we're actually going to be learning the importance of credibility and how to assess that through a research workshop that our librarian is going to be giving. And that's going to be for our final research paper assignment. So it's going to supplement that. So anyways, we were talking about ethos, how it also establishes a speaker or author as a credible, valuable source on the subject, right? A few semesters ago, we looked at Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. And this was on the March on Washington in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Yeah? So Dr. Martin Luther King was presented like this. He was presented, and now I'd like to call to something along these lines. And now I'd like to call to the stage America's moral leader. See how that is establishing him as somebody credible, as somebody valuable with what he is about to orate. Yeah? So that is part of ethos as well. Establishing the speaker or author as a credible or valuable source. And exploring right and wrong. Yeah? Let me give you an example. Maybe you're looking at an opinion piece, an editorial in Los Angeles Times, and maybe it's looking about makeup that performs animal testing, and it's really hurting these animals, and it's making it clear like, hey, this is wrong. This shouldn't be like this. That's very much ethos, and actually, pathos is pretty close to ethos in that respect. So, if ethos explores right and wrong and appeal to ethics, pathos, unfortunately, there's no little 3-letter shortcut like here, like LOG, logic, ETH, ethics, ethics. Pathos is actually a Greek word, and I want to look that up for you, pathos. And here we go. Look at from Merriam-Webster. The Greek word pathos means suffering, experience, or emotion. I always thought it was funny that suffering and emotion are part of the same definition for this word. Makes me think a lot about somebody who is suffering as a result of deep emotion, like maybe only ran by emotions and the emotions are like taking them over, kind of like hysterical perhaps. I always thought that was humorous in that definition. So that's what that Greek word pathos means. Think about emotion, right? Think about emotion. And surprise, surprise, pathos is an appeal to emotion. So if we return to our example, we were talking about, let's say we're looking at Los Angeles Times and is really decrying the use of animal testing for a particular brand of makeup, let's say. Maybe it's an indictment on that makeup brand because of their harsh, inhumane animal testing, okay? Then maybe that article is really tugging at your heartstrings by maybe giving you these sad and graphic details to evoke pity or sadness. That's pathos. That's what that rhetorical device is. You see how this could be linked? Like if ethos is exploring right and wrong, a lot of times it's interlinked with pathos because it's evoking pity or sadness to help you see just how wrong something is. That's pathos. We see it a lot in, do you know those commercials? That is, they'll show like a scrangy dog that's really like skinny, and maybe it's it's tugging at your heartstrings, so that you can donate money, right, for their foundation. Yeah. Okay, so those are our rhetorical devices. Let me go ahead and close this. So we were talking about here the current event assignment. So we said, what's it about? What's happening? Why does it matter? How does the story do its rhetorical work? For this, you kind of have to work backwards. You have to think, okay, what is the whole point? What is the objective? What is the writer trying to do with the article that I chose? And this question, how does it do its rhetorical work, is how is the author achieving that objective, right? And feel free to pepper in your new understanding of these rhetorical terms. Maybe if we're returning to our example of why we were saying about why Mookie Betts is indispensable to the Dodgers. So you can base something like the whole point of this article is to really illustrate and bring home just why Mookie Betts is indispensable to the Dodgers. The way that the author is achieving this aim is through their use of statistics and demonstrating just how high Mookie Betts' batting average and maybe like an average like in the outfield, like just how invaluable he is in the outfield too. Maybe they're using numbers, so you can be like, this is an example of logos. It's an appeal to logic, right? Utilizing numbers and charts and figures. Whenever you see that, you're like, oh, your rhetorical device antenna should be activated, and think, oh, that's logos. Okay, or maybe there's like, you're reading an article, and maybe it's back to our example about why about the maybe a particular brand of makeup that is doing animal testing and it's harming the animals, and maybe they're using like very emotional buzzwords. You'd be like, oh, the author is achieving this aim of convincing the consumer to boycott this brand. Excuse me. Boycott this brand. And they are evoking pity or sadness by using these words, which is an example of pathos. And they're demonstrating that this is so wrong, which is a use of ethos, right? So that's what it means. It's mean how is the author achieving their purpose? What words are they using? What are they doing to achieve this purpose, right? Are there any figures? Are there any pictures? What is it? How is it that they're achieving this purpose? Consider the genre too, because that says a lot about the type of work that the writing does in your article. Maybe you're looking at a satirical piece from The Onion, let's say. Maybe it's satire, and maybe, which we're going to be looking at satire. Maybe it's trying to bring home a point, and it's using humor. Okay. Or maybe it's an expository piece letting us know of maybe a natural disaster that's occurred. Okay, so consider the genre. And then obviously, okay, this is all reporting, right? It's like, okay, what's the article about? What's the purpose, right? What's the objective in the article? Like, what's the writer trying to do? How are they doing that? How has the author achieving that purpose? And then obviously, you can consider the type of genre too. And then here comes the actual engagement with it, right? What's your reaction to the story? Do you care? Why or why not? So obviously you should choose something that you care about, something you find interesting, something you find cool. That's the whole point of this, okay? Does it affect you? How does it make you feel? What does it mean on a global scale, if at all? So some news stories do have global implications. Let's say it's like a piece on two global leaders meeting, and they're discussing over like maybe one nation is like developing nuclear armament. Wow, that has immense global implications. Not everything will have global implications, but if it does, you can consider that too. We said your source must be credible, so this is going to be at least 2 double-spaced pages. MLA, you're going to have a works cited page, which hopefully you learned in 101. And the works cited page will be for the article, obviously, right? And or if you use any other sources too. But primarily for the article, you'll need a works cited page. Times New Roman, Arial, or Times... Wait, the font should be Arial or Times New Roman, 1-inch margins all around, which is what MLA is. And check this out, I have some student samples here. I loved when my teachers always offered student samples rather than just saying, here's the assignment, go and run with it. I always like seeing what a potential iteration of the assignment could be, and that's what these are. They're anonymous student samples of students who have turned in this assignment. So check that out. All right, so we talked about that. As you can see, your first one is going to be due by the end of this module, which will be by next Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Mostly everything will be due by Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Writing projects will have 2 major essays. There's an extra credit opportunity too, if you want to do it. That's going to be 60 extra credit points. If you don't do the extra credit, in the gradebook, I will set it to 0 points. So if you don't do it, it won't hurt you. But if you do it, it'll be worth 60 additional points that you would have never even gotten. So it's like one of those things like, don't do it, nothing will happen. Do it, you'll only receive help. Okay, so I showed you what that one is. Power of habit. I like how it's a wheel. Here's the details of it if you want to do the extra credit essay, which will actually be due on our final meeting, which that one, when will that be? That will be June 11th by 11:59 p.m. That's when that essay will be due if you want to do it. There it is. Okay, essentially this is what it is. The book is about habit formation. So you're going to write an essay that details what you learned from the book as it relates to habits and habit formation. Then, so that's you know, what did you learn from it? And then think of a new habit that you would want to form. Maybe you want to pick up working out. Maybe you want to pick up learning a new language, right? What's a new habit that you want to adopt? Or maybe what's a habit that you want to get rid of? Maybe you want to start sleeping enough. Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to start eating. Maybe you want to give up junk food. So how will you use what you learned in this book to achieve your aim of either adopting a new positive habit or getting rid of one that is harmful to you? And that's going to be an essay of at least 3 double-spaced pages in MLA. You're going to need a works cited page alongside with the book, obviously, to cite the book, right? Always give credit where credit is due. Next thing, whenever you turn in an essay or say like a current event or a write-up assignment like that, I'm just letting you know that the Canvas system, I've set it so that it will automatically filter your submissions into turnitin.com. No, you don't have to create an account. That's something that I'm doing on my end, okay? Just letting you know. And this detects for plagiarism or anytime you don't give credit where credit is due. So plagiarism is never worth it. Turnitin is on our side as teachers. So just do your work. It should go without saying. Student chat. Ooh, very cool. We have a chat room in our Canvas page. So let's say you have a question. Maybe something was a little bit unclear. Before reaching out to me, try the chat room. Maybe you can be like, hey guys, so in lesson X, Mr. Godoy mentioned this, that, and the third. I interpreted it as such. How did you guys take it? Or and then someone could chime in and try to clarify some question. So always try the chat room before reaching out to me. Participation, okay, as an online class. Log in, do the work, be engaged. Tech service. As an online class, tech support is indispensable. So here is their web page. Let's check it out. Here's the folks at Techs from our school. And there's their phone number. They've helped me. They've helped me with something. I was trying to set up like a. There's this email platform called Spark. It's real cool because I recommend it. It's let me integrate all my mailboxes, all my school mailboxes, because I'm at Chafee and Citrus, and my Gmail. And Techs helped me set it up. So if you guys are having trouble with Canvas or just your computer's on the fritz, again, then reach out to techs. Okay, there's their phone number, there's their webpage, assignment submissions. Okay, please always format your assignments as either .doc, .docx, or .pdf. If you're using Google Docs, please make sure to first convert it into one of these formats before submitting it. Don't submit it as GDoc. The reason is because Google Docs is quite finicky in the sense that it always requires the sender to give the recipient permission to access the document. A lot of times students forget to do that. I can't open it. Yeah, it just gets messy. So please always convert it into one of these formats. We already talked about late work. Revisions. Okay. I'm a strong believer in the writing process. Nothing just comes out beautifully at first attempt. Nope. Writing is recursive. Writing is ongoing. We're always improving on it. We're always developing our writing, our work. So it's because of that you can revise your essays. In this case, the first one. Not the last one, because the last one will be due on our last day and the semester is over. But you can revise the first one. Let's say you get a B in that first essay, and you know you can get that A. So you can revise it. The way that works is once you get it graded, by the way, a revision is not just crossing T's and dotting I's. It's not just making these little surface level changes. Nope. It's revamping sections that you need to, areas that are weak. We have the writing center. You have me. Reach out to me if you want to set up a Zoom meeting. So if you want to revise after you get something graded, then just shoot me an email. Say, hey, Mr. Gray, I'm actually going to revise this. And you would email me it up to 4 days after you get it graded as an attachment. And that's your revised essay, and I'll regrade that. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Okay, we talked about plagiarism. It's not worth it. Just do your own work. You'll get a 0 on the assignment if you plagiarize, which could lead to you failing the course. It's never worth it. Just do your own work. Give credit where credit is due, and you'll be cool. Writing center is very important. Actually, they're doing all their stuff online. Use the writing center. They're super helpful. Student counseling. Let's say you want to talk to somebody. Here's their phone number. It's been a hard 2020 and 2021. It's feeling a little bit better, but we're still all online, and perhaps you might be experiencing some stress and you'd like to speak to someone. Here's a phone number for student counseling. DPS, services to students with disabilities. If you have a documented disability, you might need some accommodation. Reach out to DPS ASAP. They'll give you a form, which you send to me, and I'm here to work with you with that accommodation. So do reach out to them if you need to, ASAP. I like this picture. It's Beast from X-Men. He's reading. He was always the intellectual mutant. Okay, grade breakdown. We're gonna have our peer review workshops. This is inaccurate. We're just gonna be having 2 of them because we have 2 essays. I'll be fixing this, so when you look at it, you'll see the correct one. Okay, mainly everything will be in the modules. That's where all of our points will be. Our current events, our essays, our extra credit assignment, which is plus 60, which is points you wouldn't have gotten anyway. But if you do it, they'll be just a great help. Look at this dog. What's a good name for this dog? What would you guys name him? Looks like a Max to me. He's happy. He's like, hey, we're at the end. Awesome. Okay, here's the calendar. The syllabus that will be documented, that will be uploaded to Canvas, will always be the most updated and current one. I want you to understand the organizational structure of our calendar. This side indicates the thematic unit. Here we have intro/grammar, which is what we have this week. The week of April 18. And as you can see, we have our first current event due. We already talked about what that is. It's going to be due by the end of this module. The assignment link is in the Canvas page. And here's what you have to do. So that's how we're going to see this. Look at the organizational structure. So thematic unit, if I'm assigning something, you know, something significant, and or if there's anything like major due, you usually see it up here. And there's a little to do. So that is our calendar. Look at this dog. There's Max again. He's just chilling. All right, that is our syllabus. Next up, we're going to look at our syllabus, our Canvas page briefly. So what do we have here? All right, at the top, you have my welcome letter, which I'm sending it in announcements. So check that out. It has all of our details for this class, things you need to know. I love this picture. This is from Mad Cow. It's from there's a Chill Hop YouTube channel. It's so cool. I like this picture a lot. So welcome to English 103. Here's my letter to you. Check it out. Course basics, things you need to know. Course link, just the particularities of our class. Synthesized. Watch this welcome video. I introduce myself to you. So okay, so that's the first thing you're going to see is the welcome letter. Carta de bienvenida. Communication plan. Okay. This one details how I will respond to you. All right. So check it out. Here's my email. You can reach me through the Canvas inbox, the Canvas chat room, or the main one. This is the main one that I look at more than anything. It's my email. So shoot me an email, and then I'll get back to you I'll be communicating with you through the weekly videos I'll be creating for each module through email. Make sure you got your Citrus email on point. Make sure everything's correct there, because that's where I'll be responding to you. The Canvas inbox. You'll interact with one another through course discussion boards, the workshops, the chat room, and I'm always available for Zoom meetings. Please let me know if you ever want to set one up. All right, that's what we see there. What else do we see? Team building activity. Ooh, this is so cool. So, okay. Things that have been hard for all of us in the world. This is a space for you to share something cool, something funny, something you're into, a funny meme you found, a cool music video, a new song that you found of a band you had never checked out and you think is so cool and you want to share. Obviously, you know, nothing crass or like nudity or super like violent or anything like that. So this is a space for us to share the things that we have found. Let me be the first one in sharing. I'm going to share with you my favorite breed of cat. And it's called British Shorthair Cat. I don't know if you have seen this one. This is a cute one. Let's find our class cat. Oh, dude. Look at this guy. He looks kind of mad right there, though. Oh, this one. Okay, this one. Yes, I found it. He looks like he's ready to hunt a mouse or something. No, he's just chilling. He's like... It's so, like, chunky and cute. Okay, so here's what you do. Watch closely how to actually share something to our team building activity section here. Okay, you go to reply. And let's say you want to upload a picture, then you just go to insert, image, upload, and I have it in the desktop. Obviously you got to know where the picture is, right? Here's your cat. Let's go ahead and submit. And so we have our cat. So I'm going to put, hello, I am your cuddly class cat. Please give me a name. Do you guys know how to do this little cat emoticon here? Okay, so we're going to post this. I will be the first one to add to our team building activity. So if you want to give this guy a name, just hit reply. If you want to post your own thing, just go to this reply here. Let's say you want to post a video. Let me show you how to do that. So the main thing you need to do is get the embed code. This is called an embed code. Let me show you how to do that. Let's say, okay, let's go ahead and let's go to YouTube. All right, I don't know, maybe you want to put, yeah, let's put like Dodgers highlights. Let's just say something 18 hours ago. Oh, look. Man, the Padres they've been weak, haven't they? let's say you want to share this video. Okay, so you find the video, then you go to share, then you go to here embed, because this is the code that you want. Then you're going to copy all this. Okay, once you've copied the embed code for the video you want to share, you can close this. So you go to insert embed, right? Embed code, paste it in, submit, post it. Boom. So this is how you post a video, and this is how you post, this is how you post a picture, and this is how you post a video. So that is our team building activity. Throughout our term, if you find something cool, a cool music video, a funny meme, something you want to share, then go ahead and share it there. There's our syllabus. Okay, and here, remember I said that you'll be responsible for completing the most recently published module at all times. First thing is Icebreaker, where you're going to introduce yourself to the class. Before doing that, I can't believe I forgot to include that. Well, part of your Icebreaker, which I'm going to end up fixing here, is that I want you to upload your picture to your profile. We were talking about netiquette, right? A lot of times it's easy to forget that there's a person that you're interacting with. What better way to remember the human than to actually have a picture of the human that you're interacting with? So how to upload your picture to your profile? You go here. If you don't have a picture yet, you'll just see like a light blue circle. So you want to click here. You want to go to profile, and then you click your actual picture, and that's where you upload it. Okay, so that is part of your Icebreaker task here, so you can get the full points here. So what you want to do is tell us who you are, what's your name, if you have a major, if you've decided on one, something you'd like to share about yourself, something interesting about me, is anything else you'd like to share. This is just some general questions that you can follow for introducing yourself. The main thing is I just want you to tell us who you are, introduce yourself. So you can, so here's how you do it. You go to reply, you can type it out. Hello class. Hello class, my name is blah blah. You can type it out in at least a nice hearty solid paragraph. At least you can type it out, or you can do my favorite, which is media. Let me show you how to do that. And this is the icon, I believe is this one. Record, upload media. Yeah, so it has the little video icon here. So you click that. So you can go to record. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm on Safari, but I actually want to show you how that is. I don't want to leave you hanging there. For some reason, it just wants me to do it on Safari, which is a good note to make. If you're having difficulty with another browser, then use Chrome. It wanted me to do Chrome here. So let's go on Chrome. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to our canvas. Luckily, we have everything ready. Okay, here we are at the Icebreaker. So I was showing you if you want to introduce yourself as a video, so you go to reply. Here's our familiar icon. The video record / upload media. Click that. Record. Okay, so you just go to start recording. Hey class, how's it going? My name is David. My major is such and such. Something I'm really into is music and sports and working out and running outside. It's good to meet you all. Look forward to this term. See you online. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. You could do that. If you don't want to do a video, you go to webcam. You could go to no video and you could just leave an audio intro. That's cool too. So media is really my favorite, but if you don't want to do that, you can just type it out, and that's cool. Maybe you can be like, hello, class. My name is David, and my major is blah, 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 blah. Time traveling. Something wild like that. I don't know. Let's say you want to add a picture to it. It's the same all over. Remember we talked about that? You can go to insert, image, upload image. You can just do that. If you want to upload a video, maybe like you're a black belt in karate and you have a video of you doing your doing the cool karate things. So same thing. You just get the embed code. You go to insert, embed, and you can go ahead and do that. So that is that. Why is that flashing? I have no idea. My apologies, folks. I don't know why it's flashing. We will just have to ignore it. Okay. Yeah, so in addition to introducing yourself, you'll also be responsible for replying to at least one classmate's post. And remember, in at least 2 hearty sentences. So that's the icebreaker. Let's see what else. Oh, quiz contract. So after watching this, after going through this, take this little quiz. If you watch this, you'll do good. And the grammar lesson, that's part of this week's lesson. So watch the video on that. Here's the notes for this, for the grammar lesson. Here's the link for the assignment there. Okay, that's also due at the end of this module, April 25, Sunday, by 11:59 p.m. Current event 1 as well, that's part of this week's module. Oh, okay, let's see, announcements. Always be checking announcements. What else? People, here's just the roster. Chat, here's the chat room I was mentioning. I will be the first one to type in there. What is happening? Why did it get slow? That's Murphy's Law for you. Sometimes tech goes awry. I am curious if, you know what's funny? A lot of times like Chrome gets kind of finicky at times. All right. Okay, let's go into chat. I'll put ahoy everybody. Welcome aboard. I'll be like a pirate or like a sailor. Oh, that's funny. I thought it was like an octopus, but it's a Space Invader figure. I like that, man. All right, that's chat. Grades, always be checking your grades. All right, that is that. That is our Canvas page. If you ever have trouble with Canvas too, you can go here to help. And so you click this little question mark here. And, oh, look at this little panda. Is my favorite animal. Okay, we have this student support. You can chat with them. We have a COVID-19 Canvas resources. You can click that. Here's all the help here. That concludes our Canvas tour. I did not miss anything for Canvas. Nope. If you have any other questions about Canvas or the syllabus or what's to come, then please let me know. The main thing you have to know is just be responsible for always completing the most recently published module. With that being said, ahoy friends, welcome aboard, and I look forward to seeing you all online. Welcome.